Wow. Fighting the alien menace can be tough work.
And so is keeping your hair clean, shiny, and dandruff-free.
So it's a good thing that we always keep a healthy supply of
Head & Shoulders around the house.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Grace Taproom Podcast. I'm your co-host, Mike, and joining me, as always, is the big, giant alien butthole, the trash can. On the fucking spot where that was.
Okay. I thought you were going to do the butt alien.
Yeah, the big, giant alien
Oh, you mean
butthole.
at the end of the movie?
Yeah.
That I'm the big, giant incoming message from
because
the big,
it farts.
giant butt. Oh.
Because it farts.
Okay, I get that. I was kind of hoping I would be the bubble butt alien.
Oh, yeah. That's
The one in the... Yeah.
All right, take two. The one that Orlando Jones wants to fuck?
No, the one that he said...
Or you should
as
fuck
Harry,
this.
as like, hey, Ira, do you know who this is? Oh, she's been throwing it at you this whole time.
Are you a ice queen that needs a good humping?
Mm-hmm. That's a quote I got right here.
A favorite quote from 2001's Evolution.
Oh, so excited for this one.
This episode was your idea.
It was.
And immediately like, oh,
No,
okay,
no,
we need to give
no,
backstory.
No.
All right, go
Yes.
ahead.
So
yeah, go ahead.
I came across something Evolution. I think it was, I posted a GIF, and the GIF was an Evolution GIF. And as I posted it, I was like, oh my God, episode idea. Let's do Evolution. And you said, you just got my nerd boner hard.
No, I said, as in like apes to humans? You said no, the movie.
You said I don't have a nerd boner anymore.
You just got you almost gave me a science boner.
Yep, there it is.
You gave me almost gave me a science boner.
Yep.
Like then immediately I had to I screenshotted it.
Yep.
And uploaded the screenshot to patreon.com/GraceTaproomPod.
Nice.
4 tiers available.
Nice. Nice. Very good. Very good.
And then I put it in our Signal
Our
group chat
Signal group chat, yeah.
that you get to be in if you subscribe to patreon.com/GraceTaproomPod.
But no, that one was funny, and I was like, "Oh my God, we should totally do Evolution because
As in apes to humans?
no,
That's I don't know why. Like, why would she want to do an episode on the theory of evolution? Like bonus episode Darwinism?
no.
I'm fucking. It's like, so I'm retarded.
Yeah. So you're Wayne Gray.
Hey, shout out to my dad.
Well, not only that.
My dad's in this movie.
Yeah, he
Well,
is.
Sean
Kinda.
William Scott.
Right. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. So we both just added my dumbness on this episode, and
Good.
we're 3.5 minutes in.
Woohoo!
Oh, man. This is a great movie, though.
It is so underrated.
Do you remember the first time you saw this? Was this a theater or a TV watch? Or like a rental?
No, it was definitely not a theater watch. It
Yeah.
was so I remember this was like a Friday night Blockbuster or a Redbox.
When Redbox was
When
did-
Netflix was Redbox.
Oh, when you mail-in Netflix.
I don't think it was a mail-in. I really feel it was like when Redbox started.
When it started
its
kicking off.
Yeah, in like the early 2000s.
Is that when Redbox started? I don't even remember.
No, Redbox started in early 2000s.
See, I don't even remember.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
sad.
it was either, like I said, it was a Blockbuster. You went to the store, you rented it,
Mhm.
or you had Redbox or whatever. It
Yeah.
wasn't a mail-in. I know that.
Because Netflix started when it was a mail-in. That started in what, like the late mid 90s. That's when Netflix started.
No, it was like mid 2000s.
Netflix?
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4.
Really? I thought
Yep.
it was. back in like 98 or something. Damn. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Well, this still would have been a part of that probably when VHS was on its way out and DVD was coming in.
That's about the time.
Yeah.
I did not see it in theaters. I do
did.
remember I did not. I was too young.
15? Yeah.
I was, yeah.
This was a theater watch for me. Yeah. I think. Yeah, it was. Yeah, me and Nick. Shout out Nick. That's I think. Did we? Oh my god, I don't
I mean, if it came out in 2001,
I was 16, yeah.
were you friends with Nick at that point?
Oh god, yes.
Okay, so more than likely you went to see it.
Yeah, cuz that was the same year Super Troopers came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
It might
didn't
have
see
been.
Super Troopers until years later as well.
Okay.
So I think it was definitely a red box.
Yeah, an at-home watch.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Still,
Oh my god, it's still one of my
Classic.
favorite. Oh my god.
I love it. It's a cult classic for me. Is it for you
Yes.
too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's an underrated cult classic. Like it needs to be more of a cult classic.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree.
So what's the lineup?
So, this movie directed by the man who gave us the motherfucking Ghostbusters,
Mm-hmm.
Ivan Reitman.
Mm-hmm.
This cast.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. David Duchovny, Orlando Jones, Julianne Moore, Sean William Scott, the GOAT, Ted Levine, Ethan Suplee, Ty Burrell, and Dan fucking Aykroyd.
And those are just a handful.
That's just some, but that's like the star power.
Main, yeah.
Well, except for actually Ty Burrell, this was his first film that he was in. His big screen.
The guy
debut.
from
Modern Family.
Modern Family, yeah.
He was in Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead in 2004.
Yep.
And those are the only things I know him from. He's done a lot more.
I know, but those are the only two that I know him from, too.
But he was the rich dickhead in Dawn of the Dead.
yes, the one who had the yacht
Yeah.
or the
Didn't-
boat.
And on Modern Family, did not know that guy could be that funny.
Oh yeah.
He's hilarious on that show. I watched a few episodes, and I get
Yeah.
TikTok clips from that show quite often. But he's awesome. But fucking David Duchovny,
Yeah.
going from TV aliens on X-Files
Yep.
to big
Movie.
screen aliens.
Yep.
And
It
then
is so underrated. God.
you've got OG fucking Mad TV alumni,
Like
Orlando Jones,
and that one dude that
Pat Kilmore.
There we go.
Yeah, they were castmates on Mad TV
I
together.
could not remember his name, and I think the third cop,
The
not
third cop.
not Kyle Gass, who used to be a part of Tenacious D.
and has no career now.
has
Good.
no career.
Because fuck you, KG. I never liked him anyway.
I know you didn't. He was a skin tag on the butthole of Jack Black.
He was
so
one of Jack Black's dingleberries.
he really was. But no, you had what's his face? Kyle Gass, and
Yep.
then that third guy. When they're taking pictures and then they stop and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
hello, guy."
Actually,
I
there's
don't know his name, but I'm pretty sure he was like an extra on Mad TV. I'm pretty sure he was.
Let me give you a short list of cameos.
Okay.
Fucking John Cho
Oh,
is one of the students.
oh, is he?
He is.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh
John
shit.
Cho, fucking Harold and Kumar, MILF from American Pie with
and we
Sean
just
William
watched
Scott.
it twice, and
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris Wilde, if you know who that is. Fuck you, Kyle Gass. You're in this.
Yep.
The from iCarly, Carly's big brother. For
Mhm.
people who watched that show.
Oh, the
Jerry
he's a really good guy. He protected the kids.
Jerry Trainer. He's in it. He's a student. He's sitting next to John Cho.
Oh shit.
And also, for those Night Court fans, or if you've seen the awesome martial arts film Sidekicks, Richard Mole, rest in peace. He is in it too. He's the fire chief. He screams "Wake up" at Sean William Scott. But yeah, those are the cameos that are in this. But John Cho, of course, he's been in movies before. You recognize him from American Pie. That's kind of where he got started, I think. So for the ratings on this, IMDb gave it a 6.1, but Rotten Tomatoes was a lot less generous with it. On Rotten Tomatoes, the critic score is a 44%, and the audience score is a 48. So
Ooh.
there's those.
Ooh. That's
Yeah.
kind of gross.
Yeah.
So, can I just say, the opening sequence for Sean William Scott is like that. That sets the fucking tone.
With his car and
Not just his car, but the doll.
the doll. He's trying to train
he
himself.
sets the fucking house on fire.
That little shack in the middle of the desert,
Exactly.
all by himself.
Exactly. That is something that I could picture Sean William Scott doing.
Unfortunately, though, for me, even though he is my favorite part of the whole movie, Sean William Scott is for me.
Orlando Jones is for me.
I think Sean William Scott kind of like he steals the majority of the comedy.
Well, he brings it in.
Orlando Jones is like his sidekick.
No.
For me, it is.
Okay. For you. I'll
Yeah.
give you that, but no.
I'm a big Sean William Scott fan.
I hate Buck Cherry with a goddamn passion. Like, I fucking can't stand it.
Did they have a song in this?
In the opening sequence, when Sean William Scott's character is driving to the shack, they're playing the song Borderline.
Is Buck Cherry the crazy bitch?
You're crazy bitch. I
I fucking hate that band.
hate Buck Cherry. But that was definitely one of the songs in the 90s that played on our radio station here. That's why I remember it.
Buck Cherry
Mhm.
versus Evanescence. Which concert are you going
Buck
to?
Cherry.
Damn. You.
No, I take that back. Evanescence, VIP, front row. I get to meet the bitch and beat her fucking face in.
Well, no, there's two concerts that,
Right. Okay.
that you have to go to. You have to attend as a fan, and then you
Okay.
go home.
Oh, so I just attended?
Pick
Buck
one,
Cherry.
Buck Cherry or
No,
Really?
Evanescence, I want VIP.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everybody, babe, everybody.
yeah,
knows.
I know.
Everybody knows you want to fight.
VIP.
One day she's gonna hear it and be
Good,
like,
I hope so.
"What if she pulls up? Throw down."
Cool. Redneck Brawl, bitch. Main event. Main event. I want to fight her so goddamn bad.
I mean, it's like Evanescence tour bus pulls up
Yeah.
in our street, and then just
Yeah.
you see her out the window, and you're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
If I know they're in this city, which they usually are for Louder Than Life,
They will be here this year.
I know. I need people listening. If you see her on the street, you let me know the cross streets. I will be there.
Do it.
I don't. Okay, let's go.
Look at me. I am
Let's
the
go.
captain now.
No,
Do it. Do it.
do it.
Punch the new bitch smell, or whatever Ben Stiller said in Wedding
I don't give a
and
fuck.
Starsky and Hutch.
I will punch her.
Do it.
God damn it.
Do it. Come on.
She's not as bad as other people on my
Come on,
list.
Hit me.
She's
Do it
still
now.
she's in my top 5. She's not as wait, she might be number 2.
I thought she was your.
Oh
number
no,
one.
no. I think Amy Schumer is my number 1.
So if Evanescence opened for air, if Amy Schumer opened for Evanescence,
Ew.
it's like
I will
ding ding ding.
if
Fight
I
night.
can't beat them both, which I probably could, but if I couldn't beat them
think you
both,
could.
I would kill them both or kill myself.
I think you could
Hold
take them
on.
both out.
Hold on, I gotta find out where the cunts that I want to fight, where that is.
Making her way to the ring, coming in first from Louisville, Kentucky. She is the reigning, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the Trash Can, and her opponent from bullshit, can't do comedy to save her own fucking life, Amy Schumer. I'm not good at being a ring announcer. Clearly,
That's okay. We can get Brian to do that.
that's or Eric
Or Eric.
Brian or Eric. No, Eric should be a ring
we
girl.
go, here we go.
Eric,
Oh.
Eric can be a ring girl.
Eric.
That would be hot. Eric, shout out
No.
Eric Montgomery.
Eric and Tiffany could be the ring girls.
Oh God.
So the cunts that I want to fight. Number 1 is Miley Cyrus. Number 2 is Amy Lee. Number 3 is Amy Schumer. Number 4 is Ariana Adams. Number 5 is Sherry Moon Zombie. Number 6 is Megan Fox. Number 7 is Taylor Swift. And number 8 is Big Nick.
Yeah. Oh God, Big Nick. I heard it. It didn't register, and then it registered. Big Nick. Yeah, but after you and Big Nick fight, though, you're gonna go to the bar.
Oh,
Bless you.
we're gonna be best bros.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
go.
just it's
Just
fine.
go to the bar. You know what it'd be like?
So Amy Lee is my number 2.
It'd be like if you and Big Nick fought. It'd be like you get a second shot at fighting Jace, your actual brother.
Ooh.
Like it's your second chance.
It would be like if I had a big brother
Yeah.
that I actually. I mean, I could fight my big brother.
You could
but-
ask my sister what that's like for advice on how to prep for it.
Oh man, but fucking.
She could be the Mickey to your Rocky because of me.
But anyway, so opening with Buck Cherry, Borderline.
Ugh, fuck Buck Cherry.
I
Fuck
hate Buck Cherry, but that was a 90s staple song though.
I never heard that song other than in that movie before.
Really?
And I didn't even know it was Buck Cherry. No clue.
I didn't know it was Buck Cherry until I researched it.
That explains why the song sucks.
So it opens with Sean William Scott, of course, playing the character that he always plays.
The fucking Stiffmeister.
Always the stupid, like doesn't know what's going on, but out of nowhere can randomly be like, I'm super smart.
He's
But
the
then I
half-wit
don't
party
know.
guy.
Yeah.
He's the half-wit party guy.
Yep. So I have his car, which is a 73 Buick Rig. Just pulls
What'd you
out
call me?
a 73 Buick Rig.
A rig.
And then pulls out this. I wouldn't call it a blow up doll. I think it's a.
It was a fuck doll.
Uh,
No, I think it was a mannequin.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. No, it might have been a CPR doll back in the day, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, because
But
he
you
was
could
a
hear it when
firefighter.
he throws it on the ground. You can hear it go.
What sound does it make? Oh my god. I hate that you're good at that noise. That's the sound you can make. Of all the sounds that exist, that's the one that you're the best at. Oh, golly.
God.
I'm going to request that sound from you at some point.
Okay.
It's for my birthday.
Oh no.
Flip around.
Meh, 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 meh. We should have started drinking at 6:00.
Oh no, what have we done?
No.
Is this last call on patreon.com/GraceTapRoomPod?
Shit, fuck. But then he lights the fucking house on fire, and he's like, there was a lady smoking in bed at night, and her cigarette fell and burnt, and then the cabin blew up, and then all of a sudden the meteor falls, and
He's giving himself his own play-by-play of what's
Exactly.
happening.
exactly.
But
But
I mean, he's
Gearing
trying.
himself
He's
up. So
he's doing like firefighter training, and
Oh, yeah.
this is like I'm going to study before the big test kind of shit. And then what happens from outer fucking space?
the meteor thing falls and then creates a
flames.
boom. The
The
flames.
flames.
The flames. Lots of crossover. The flames.
Yeah.
The flames.
Call back.
Yep.
Shout out Matty Ice.
And then the intro. And then they intro into the school and and then he walks into the school and he's like, oh, and he's talking about his students. He's like, everybody got an A. And then
David
the two-
Duchovny?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the two brothers are like, what about us? And he's like, oh, well, you got this because of the paper you wrote, and it was titled "Cells Are Bad,"
Yeah.
and it was.
Did you memorize the essay?
I didn't. I kind of did. It was my my uncle lives
My uncle is in a cell.
in a cell,
and
10
he-
by 10. He reads the same magazine every day,
and that was it.
and yeah, it was something like that.
That was it.
Cells are bad.
Not yeah, cells are bad. Not that kind of that's a prison cell, not a
Exactly.
cell in the human body.
Right,
Which is what
they're
he was
in
looking for.
like biology and Scientology and the
Not
science.
Scientology.
Not Scientology, but the
That's-
science stuff.
Yeah,
So can I just
it was
say
biology.
that Ethan Suplee played
A
the
king.
exact-
A king.
the exact same character that he played in every movie as well as Sean William Scott.
Well, almost.
Almost every movie that he is in, he plays something different.
Yeah.
Always plays something different, but
And-
he is literally the exact same character, but at some point within the movie he's either a good guy or a bad guy, or he's stupid or he's smart or he's both.
And I know you've never seen it, but in his character in Remember the Titans,
Yes, I've never seen
He's-
that. Thank you.
it's okay. It's okay.
I
There's
can
no-
know our listeners are going to text me and be like,
That's-
"What the fuck?"
It's a sports movie. It's
Yeah.
fine. But
Yeah.
it's a great sports movie. It's about diversity. But no, Ethan Suplee in that movie rules. Like he's such a smooth talker in that movie.
Yeah.
But no, Ethan Suplee in general is fucking awesome.
He's underrated.
I love
But
him.
he only got casted as the fat character.
Yeah.
But then he got fucking ripped.
He is yoked.
Ripped.
Yeah. Like he went from he's like a hot guy now.
He's fucking.
Ethan Suplee. But picture a dude who's like jacked, but he still has like that's what he sounds like when he
He's
talks.
dumb.
Well, no, like
oh,
the
it's
sound of
Jeff.
the sound of his voice.
It's Jeff.
No, Jeff is retarded. Ethan Suplee play. Oh my God, Ethan Suplee plays Jeff.
Shout out Jeff from the Moose Lounge podcast.
Ethan Suplee play. He's been playing Jeff before Jeff was even around. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ! If you go back and listen to Moose Lounge podcast, guys,
Yeah.
you'll understand the Jeff part.
Or anyone who's been with us for a while. I mean, you should know.
Yes,
We've done a lot of work. We've worked with Moose Lounge quite a bit.
we have. So then,
We love you, Jeff.
oh
You big dumb bitch.
my God, you dumb long.
Just kidding.
I love you. But no, like, so then after he's like, "Oh, your paper shit," and then they go into some other scenes. Then you get to the site where Harry, played by Orlando Jones, and
Yes.
Ira Kane, played by David Duchovny,
Yeah.
they pull up to the site. And they're like, "All right, what's going on? This is on the radar." And the cops are like, "Oh, they're down in the hole taking pictures, like glamour shots and shit." And the normal police guys are like questioning Sean William Scott's character, Wayne Gray. So I'm going to call him Wayne. And he's like, "Oh, my 73 Buick rig." Like, they're like, "Okay, so what happened? Take us again through what happened." He's like, "For the 200th time, I'm going to tell you that I was here trying to put out a fire that I started, and a meteor came down and threw my car 200 feet in the air."
He goes,
And
"My baby, what are you gonna? That car's my baby. What are you gonna do to?"
It's like,
fix
"Be
it?"
careful with my baby," as they're flipping it back on its normal side.
Yeah, flipping it right side up.
Right
yeah.
side up, yeah.
Yeah.
And so they are trying to talk to the, I guess, chief of police, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
And they're the Orlando Jones. So his quote in this is, "So can you tell us where the point of penetration was?"
Tad, love your sex tape.
Orlando Jones at this, like, so go through and watch it. Just watch it, but then watch it again a second time and just focus on Orlando Jones when he is on screen.
Well, when he's on screen, but when he's in the background,
No,
listening to the
yeah,
conversation.
Yeah, but even if he gets to throw in his 2 cents, just watch him. Fuck.
It's for me. It's
When
the
he said-
language in his eyes.
When he said point of penetration, he was doing a hand movement to where
Yeah.
it was a hole, and his hand was going in the hole. And then they finally get down into this crater, and once they get down in there, you are introduced to the three cops that are down there taking glamour shots with the meteor.
One of those was Pat Tillman. That was an NFL player. God damn. Pat Killman.
I could never remember his name, but I know he was only on like 2 seasons of Mad TV.
He was part of the OG cast.
Oh yeah.
He
first
helped
lineups.
kick off Mad
Mhm.
TV.
He
Great
was.
fucking the best sketch comedy show that was ever on television.
We'll bring that around again another time.
Fuck you, SNL.
And then, of course, I didn't realize it, but Kyle Gass, KG, that used to be of Tenacious D, was on it.
Pat Kilbane.
Kilbane.
Yes.
There you go.
I apologize.
I mean, I'm telling you, he was just on.
Look at that hair.
I know.
I had that hair in the 3rd grade.
He played Frankenstein on their Halloween specials. I got him mixed up with oh my god, fuck, what's his name? No, don't do that.
Stewart.
Yes,
Oh, Michael McDonald.
thank you. I got him mixed up for a little bit when I started watching because I thought they were the same person.
Oh, really?
Well, they look similar because they're tall and they're lanky, but then now it's like they're totally different people. Oh yeah, he was the eyeball guy.
I think his last season and Michael McDonald's first season of Mad TV it was the same season.
No, Michael McDonald was an original.
Well, no, when Pat Kilman was starting to leave the show,
Oh,
that's when Michael
Pat
McDonald's
Kilbane, was
Yeah.
leaving. Yeah,
yeah, his Pat Kilbane's last season and
was
Michael
when
McDonald's
Michael was ramping.
that was Michael McDonald's first season. They only did like one season together. It was his
Okay.
last and his first, I think.
But
I think. Don't
what
hold me
what
to
was
it.
really funny to me on like that part in Evolution, and they're like, "All right, guys, we're here. We're like geologists and part of the genealogical society, and like we're here for the rock." And they're like, "Okay." And they're like, "Okay, so you guys are good to go." They're like, "Cool, thanks."
Yeah.
And then they leave.
So this movie had some crossovers from of the cast where they had a lot of people had worked together. This is the first time they all worked together.
Really?
Yes. So we had Sean William Scott and the Michael Bauer who played Ethan Suplee's brother in this. They did a movie together.
Did they?
It was called Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh shit!
They were in Dude, Where's My Car together.
God, I don't remember that one.
But
though.
for those of you listening, if you were that are around about our age, if you ever watched any Nickelodeon shows like Salute Your Shorts, you might recognize Michael Bauer as Donkey Lips from Salute Your Shorts.
I didn't have cable, so I have no idea.
And then Julianne Moore, who played Clarice in the in Silence of the Lambs. She this was her second film with God damn it all to hell. General Woodman,
Oh,
who played Buffalo
Bill.
Buffalo
Yeah.
Bill in the same movie.
Well, it wasn't. No, it was not because it was Jodie Foster.
It was Jodie Foster. Julianne Moore was
Julianne Moore was in Red Dragon
Oh.
as Jodie Foster's
character.
character.
Yeah, it was just a
As
recast.
Clarice.
Yeah,
They
she was
recasted.
Clarice. That's right. Well, I mean, but still, you know, the Hannibal franchise is
Yeah,
there together.
yeah.
And then there's the Dude, Where's My Car? And then we also have Pat Kilbane and Orlando Jones, who was on Mad TV together.
Of course.
So
yeah.
we had a lot of people getting to work together under the same umbrella
Oh yeah.
from other 3 separate franchises.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or 3 separate films.
Yep.
And TV series
Yep.
together.
So then we have like little back behind the scenes kind of like character building at this point in the movie.
Mhm.
And it's like you get a little bit more knowledge of Orlando Jones, who is the head coach for a volleyball
Division 3
Division 3
Women's
volleyball.
volleyball.
Yep. Yep. And then you get Ira, but you don't find out anything about Ira until this next scene.
Yeah. You find out they're both scientists
Well,
at a Division
Harry's
III.
not a scientist.
Sort of.
Uh,
He's ish.
nah, I think he was more biology than he was.
Or no, David Duchovny was a biologist. He was
Mm.
the biologist, and he had a doctorate. So he was Dr.
Mm.
Ira, whatever his last name.
Kane,
Ira Kane.
because remember the Kane madness?
Oh yeah, God.
So once we get to this point, they go back to the site and bring the students. And they're like, all right, don't touch anything, don't do anything. And like the blonde bimbo is like, oh, there's something squiggling
I'm glad you
on
brought
my
that up.
toes. All right,
Glad you brought that
who's
up.
the blonde bimbo?
Do you think, because when we're first introduced to her,
Mhm.
she's sitting like on the table really close to
Yeah.
Harry, Orlando Jones's character.
Right,
Do you think that they were having like a
Yes.
student-teacher fuck?
absolutely. Or she was
Okay.
trying to.
She wanted that. She wanted that.
And
easy
she
A.
knew that he would,
Yeah,
because you'll find out later
you're right.
when the general says,
Yep.
Ira, we've been monitoring your computers. And Harry says, oh, all of those girls are over 18.
Yep. Okay, so it's not just me then.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
'Cause I was
she's trying
getting
to go
a-
for the easy A.
I was getting a fuck me vibe from
Oh,
her.
yeah, 100%.
But only when she was.
Around him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not just me then. Okay,
no,
good.
No. That was her character. That's who she was supposed to play.
Yeah. She was like
And-
the class slut.
But that's how she plays in every movie she's been in.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
She's been in a lot of movies like that.
But she plays.
But I can't remember what movie she's been in, but yes, she has.
Okay. I gotcha.
So then they go to the site and they're walking around. They're like, "Oh, the ecosystem's changed. What is this? There's worms. Let's pick up some worms. Let's take them through." And then they go back to the college and they start running tests. Well, they start noticing that it's the creatures, or the not the amoebas, but
Aliens.
the cells are starting to multiply at this
Yes.
point, and they're starting to thrive in the environment.
Mm-hmm.
And the third time they go back, it's already covered by army
Yeah.
and military. And so they pull up to the gate, and I like the way that they say, like, they're on the list. They're like, we discovered this. This is Ira Kane. I'm Harry Block, and
Harry Block.
we're
There's
supposed to be here.
There's a dick joke in there somewhere
Oh yeah.
in that name. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, this brings me to the point that when they're like, you're not supposed to be here, and then they call the general, and the general's like, okay, let him in. And then that one guy comes around. He's like, Ira Kane.
Oh, he tries
You're
to
the
pull out his
Hurricane,
pistol.
and then he like just tries to pull out his gun, and Ira's like, whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah.
get him, and then you're like, what the fuck? What is this about? Then they get to the general's tent, like the main headquarters tent,
Mm-hmm.
and the the general calls him Harry Black. Swear to fucking God, look at Orlando Bloom's face at that point.
That
Look
was
at
my-
his goddamn face.
That was my nickname in college.
Harry Black?
Sure.
Ew. You
That-
ginger Irish motherfucker. No. Lying bitch. So no, if you watch Orlando Jones's face at this point, he goes, Harry Black, and he just like freezes and then looks at Ira, and his facial expressions. Please, just go back and watch. Just for Orlando Jones's facial expressions. He just like drops his face. And
But
then he
his-
looks over and he goes, it's Ira Block.
But Orlando's eyes are so big
Yeah, they're so
that
yeah.
when he, like, even when he's in the
Expresses.
background, when he's listening in on the conversation,
but you could see his expressions with his eyes.
Oh my God, it's gold.
Amazing.
That's why Orlando Jones is a comedic genius for me.
Jesus. It's just, I mean, it's the way he contorts his face. It's the way that he uses his expressions and his
Yeah.
his gift of his eyes.
Right, exactly. It's God, he's so good at it. He's just so good at it.
And when they're in the general's tent, we get introduced to Allison, which is played by Julianne Moore.
Yes.
She is klutzy as shit. Like, the first introduction, she falls and shows her underwear.
Cool. I'm glad you brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when we were doing earlier before this, when we were doing our last rewatch,
Mm-hmm.
and you said something about her, and I thought I think we might be thinking of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, is it something to do with what something she wanted to do with her character?
Mm-hmm.
And what I was thinking of, what I read was, what she wanted to do to like add on to her character's traits was, she wanted to make her character be clumsy.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because she's really fucking smart.
Right. But if she thought she could add that clumsiness to her character, it would make her seem a little more, I guess, nerdy, so to speak.
Well, I mean, it would seem more vulnerable, too.
Yeah, exactly.
To where she's
Yes.
not, like, super perfect, where she's not perfect.
Exactly, yes. Thank
and
you.
she has a flaw.
Right.
To where, I mean...
But it's an obvious flaw for someone who is
Oh, yeah.
has the intellect that she has.
Of course.
Creating that clumsiness kind of puts like a little bit of like a nerdy spin on it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Where, like, the nerds might be smart as shit, but they're dumb to the outside world.
It's like
or
a little tip of the hat to Stephen
Yeah.
Urkel, who was really smart, but he was a fucking klutz.
He was a klutz.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I thought that was a cool like character trait that she kind of
Oh, yeah.
added to the character,
Oh, yeah.
to proving that Julianne Moore is just the actress that she is.
Oh, yeah. She's fantastic. Oh, fun fact about Julianne Moore, even though that's further in my notes, but did you know that she is allergic to red dye number 5?
Like in real life?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
The only reason why that I know that is because my aunt is allergic to red dye number 5, and
Which one?
Lynn.
Oh.
She
Shout out.
Yes, shout out to
100%.
my beautiful Aunt Lynn.
I love her to bits. I
Um
love Aunt Lynn to bits.
she's allergic to red dye, and she's like, "Oh, did you know Julianne Moore's allergic to red dye 5?" And she only eats natural foods.
That's funny.
And if you can't kill it or milk it or grow it, then I'm not gonna put it in my face.
I've got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
I knew you were gonna say that. So they're talking about like, hey, this is our site. We seen this. You didn't claim this. This is our claim. Give it back to us.
Yeah.
And the general's like, you don't get no claim.
Can I just say that in this movie, Julianne Moore is kind of a crush?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I would say no one is for me.
I don't know. Julianne Moore's like,
I would just say Orlando Jones just because of his fucking facial expressions.
yeah.
God damn it.
He's fucking hilarious in this.
Fuck.
Do you think between the chemistry between David Duchovny and Orlando Jones, this would be considered almost like a buddy comedy,
No, fuck yes.
excluding Sean William
Yeah,
Scott?
no. Oh
But-
yeah, 100%.
Yeah?
Because you've got the hard male character
Like
who's
the guy
like,
who's serious.
who's like serious. He's like, "Man, this is what's going on. This is going to happen." And the other guy's like, this is what's happening? Really? Is it really happening?
You know what their chemistry kind of reminds me of?
Hmm?
Did you ever watch like The Odd Couple from like back in the 70s?
No, I did not.
I kind of
Again, didn't have cable.
It was not a cable show.
It wasn't even on late night or anything.
Really?
No.
Oh, I get maybe it was just a
Nick
like
and Night. Naked
that's
and
not
Night.
where I watched it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't have it, so I didn't see it. So
It was like a Channel 5 thing. I forget.
yeah.
what
Well,
that
I've never
was.
seen it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It was an old show from the 70s.
I know
but
what
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah. So, but no, I totally get the buddy comedy.
Yeah. That's the camera.
Okay. Sorry, I thought it was our. Okay, I thought it was.
That's why we're recording.
Okay, I thought it was recording through the laptop. Sorry.
Leave it in. It's my
Yeah,
edit. I'm not
that's fine,
editing
whatever,
that out.
that's So one of my favorite scenes out of this scene itself is when they turn around and leave, and they're like, "You go fuck yourself," and oh Jesus fuck!
I tried to hold a cough in and drink at the same time. I'm sorry.
You just shot it everywhere.
I tried to hold in a cough.
Don't hold in a cough. You just shot tea everywhere.
It was-
oh,
Poorly timed on my part.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, clean yourself off.
I'm cleaning the
First
table
time
off.
here, use a towel, clean yourself off.
It's not me. It's my side of the table.
I
you
spit on her, and now she needs a towel to clean off.
The table needs to be cleaned off. Thank you. Anyway, so my favorite part of this scene.
That was funny.
You should have seen your face when it happened.
I know.
That was funny.
You ever take a drink and swallow a cough at the same
Yes,
time?
yes.
It sucks.
Yeah.
There.
Anyway, this favorite scene of
Yes,
mine at
please.
the end of the scene is when Ira and Harry get back into the Jeep to leave because they're so mad because they're not going to be recognized for finding the creatures and the meteor and what's going on.
They weren't getting credit for it. Yeah,
Exactly.
for their
And
discovery.
Ira pulls his pants down, puts his
Shows-
ass on the fucking window, and he goes, "Fruit basket for General, whatever his name is," and like rubs.
General Woodman.
Yep. Fruit basket.
Shows his butt.
God damn it. Fucking fruit basket.
That was a good. You know that was improv.
Was it?
That was improvised.
Oh, that's amazing.
That was
God damn it.
supposed to go on the grill for the movie.
God. David Duchovny, hats off to you for that one because
Because
that was fucking flawless.
There is a take when he puts his ass on the windshield.
Mhm.
The camera goes to General Woodman, and he is rolling.
Oh,
he is
I would have
dead.
lost my fucking
So,
shit. That's
what
why
they
didn't
did-
make it.
What they did was they cut out the part of General Woodman laughing, and then edited in the second take
Where he
or
gets
second
mad.
or third take where he's pissed.
Yeah. Oh my God, I would have lost my shit. If somebody pulled their pants down and said fruit basket,
Yeah. So
I would have lost it.
that was improv. The only reason that Orlando Jones wasn't laughing that hard in that scene was he thought that David Duchovny was he saw him putting his ass on the windshield, but he couldn't see that he had pulled his pants down just enough where Orlando couldn't see his naked ass.
Oh, yeah.
Like from the side.
Oh my God.
So
All he thought it was just
He was like-
it was like a half a butt cheek or something.
yeah, so that was supposed to go on the gag reel.
I
for
didn't
this.
see Orlando Jones's face. I have to go back and watch it again
Yeah.
just for his
You can
facial.
see him kind of like look over and then look out at front because he's watching the general.
Yeah, to see what his
And
reaction
then
is.
when he sees him laughing, he cuts back, but they edited that part out.
Anytime I moon someone now, if I ever moon somebody, I'm gonna say fruit basket and then their name.
Go ahead. We'll be
Not
right back.
now, not right now.
Oh, maybe after the recording. Fruit basket. Babe, flip over after you make your squeaky mannequin sounds. Roll over. Fruit basket. Me, fruit basket.
Fruit basket. So then we get to the next scene, which is they're in the courtroom and they're like poor Ira and Harry are trying to fight their case to claim their like the meteor and like everything that they've done so far.
Trying to reclaim their credit for their discovery.
Exactly.
As they should.
And god damn, Julianne Moore's character Allison just
She's
fucking
adorable.
tears them apart,
I think
especially Ira.
after our 2 rewatches of this, I'm pretty sure Julianne Moore is like a celebrity crush for me now.
Aw,
Even though
she
she's
is pretty.
she's a lot older now. Well,
Right.
23 years older.
Right.
Yeah, this movie's old enough to drink, by the way.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah. Yeah. 2001, and now it's 2024.
Gross.
Here we are,
Shut the fuck up.
23 years
shut
later.
the fuck up. Just shut up. Just shut up.
But no, Julianne
Choke
Moore,
on it. Choke
don't
on
know.
it there. Choke on it.
Dorky science chicks.
No, but she literally like reams him a new asshole. She's like, "Oh, so well, tell me about your vaccination
Yeah.
that you were trying to protect the troops with."
Mm-hmm.
And
Uh-huh.
it was called the Kane Madness.
What was it that I thought he was saying? Because I didn't understand the words.
McCain.
McCain, the Bane, the Rain, the Flames,
I
the
don't-
Flame, the
The
Flames.
flames. the flames. So with he said it's debilitating stomach cramps, severe diarrhea, partial facial paralysis, temporary blindness, drooling, bleeding gums, erectile dysfunction, and uncontrollable flatulence. She said, and what was that called? He said, the cane madness. So, like, he has no credit here because of the vaccination. And you could just see Orlando Jones, his character Harry, just like dissolve into
madness.
Into madness.
Yeah.
Or not just madness, but like aggravation of like, fuck this shit.
I'm out.
Not you,
Oh,
but
okay.
her.
What?
Him.
Oh, him. They, them.
They, them.
Ew, gross. What is that?
Pronouns.
Shout out to Jimmy Carr. Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
I think he's the best. He should have
So,
done this.
I'm trying to find my notes. Teen madness. So when they go back into the college to go back to the research lab or Ira's Ira's classroom or his study or whatever.
It's his class.
Harry makes the first joke about Allison wanting him. He was like, "Hey, did you see how she was eye fucking you in the courtroom?" And he was like, "Ew, no, gross."
I mean,
what?
she was.
Oh, totally. So
Total fuck me face.
then they go into, like, he dresses up back in his blues, and he's in Ira. David Duchovny is in, like, general mode.
Oh, when they were in the disguise.
When they were in the disguise.
Put
And
your shirt in.
yeah, and, well, Harry was dressed up as a private, and he's like, don't get used to this. He's like, well, you know, if you impersonate an officer, you get 5 years in jail. He's like, speak for yourself. He goes, we hang.
Oh, can't use that joke nowadays.
Nope. Oh, shit. Is this another movie that couldn't be made now?
Hold on. People listening, you can't make that joke nowadays.
Nope.
We'll do it
Yep.
if you subscribe to patreon.com/GraceTapperPod.
And then like the soldier guys are like standing there talking, and he finishes his cigarette and throws it out, and he's like, all right, let's go pick up that butt there, corporal or whatever. And then like the other, and Harry was like, tuck in that shirt. And he's like, open the door, open the door, open the door. And he's like, don't get used to this, as he walks in.
Well, what gets me is, though, when Orlando Jones, Harry, he wasn't even like walking like he was in the military.
No, he was like
swagging his shoulders and like trying to do like badass.
And
Shit,
Ira was like, straighten up, stop it.
Yeah, he was like,
It's like, walk right. Then they get inside and they're just
Giving
like
yourself
looking
away.
around, and they're like, they see like the elevator open and people come out in orange suits, and they're like, oh, there it is. So they jump in, get in their gear, and like Harry's like dancing, Ira's standing in the corner, and they're like, did you happen to like approve late night going around into this area? No, I did not. And that's when Harry's really talking to Ira about banging Allison. He's like, oh, Ira.
She's an ice queen that needs a good humping.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but that's a funny line. That's a funny line. Can you say it today to a lady? Can you say it today to a lady?
No.
Or about
I
a
mean,
lady?
you could.
You can.
You could.
It's like asking Robert Downey Jr. if you can make Tropic Thunder again today. Oh, you can do it. But how well is it going to be received if you do it?
Then they run into the first creature, and Ira's like, hey, look at that guy. And Harry's like, is it coming or going? Because it was the creature who would be like walking forward, walking backward, walking forward. And then he goes, oh, is it coming or going? And then this big thing comes out and goes, hum, hum, and then eats it. And he's like, the tree just ate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then and then like they're like, oh, look at these. So Harry steps on a creature and it explodes. And then all of these little things come around and start grabbing pieces of the dead creature. And Ira's like, Harry, grab one. He's like, ew, gross. No, I don't want to grab one. He's like, grab one. So he bends down and he goes, "Oh, you little crustacean, my little sexy crustacean." And then like the butt creature comes up and grabs it and eats it. And then he starts talking about, "Oh, does that remind you of anybody?"
He was.
As he turns around and walks away, and it's a butt.
I mean, it was pretty thick. It had a nice
The butt.
little.
It had a jiggle to it.
Oh my
It had a
God!
jiggle to it.
Hot boy did it. Boy howdy!
I don't like the way you said that about a creature,
It was a CGI alien.
but still,
Can I just say that the CGI in this movie is pretty spot on?
it's
pretty
really
solid
it's really good for its time.
for the budget
For
that it
its
had.
time, yeah.
It's pretty good.
I like Harry's words of a mother you like to butter.
Oh God!
How do you butter? I don't.
I mean, I get the reference.
I mean, you get it. I get the reference too, but why do
Yeah.
you butter? Ugh.
Baby, I'm gonna butter your bread.
I like that one.
That's a
one's
Super
funny.
Troopers call.
I know, but it's fucking hilarious.
Which we'll be doing on this show
yeah.
soon.
Again,
we'll be
we
doing
need
Super
to.
Troopers.
We're gonna do the whole
The whole Broken Lizard.
broken lizard. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So at this point, after they're going after the aliens, the rest, like Allison, Dr. Reed, and like all of the peons in that military group, they come down. They're like, "What are you doing down here?" And they're arguing. And Harry gets a bug in his suit, and he goes, he's like, "Does anybody have any itching cream or itching powder or something?" And he's like, "What? And he's like a little kid. He's like, "Hey. And they're like, "What?" And he goes, "There's something in my suit." And
This is
there's
the kickoff to the most iconic, one of the two most iconic scenes from this movie.
So fun. And he's like, "Oh God, but like, don't take off the suit. Don't take off the suit." And then they turn on the oxygen. He's like, kill it. He's like, "I think it got it." And then he stops and he makes this face of like, "Oh no." So it enters in the nether regions.
In his butthole.
Yep.
Right in the ass.
Yep. Then the next scene you see is that they're entering like a hospital room.
Yeah.
And
Can you do the scream?
oh
that
wait, no.
Orlando Jones did?
He goes, "It's in me." And so he goes in, and they're like, "All right, it's going up the leg. We gotta take the leg. Don't take the leg.
It's turning around. It's going for his testicles.
Take it. Take it. Take the leg."
Take the leg. Take the leg.
Because we're gonna have to go in through his colon. You mean? Yep. And he goes, flips him around, and he says, "Should I get the lube, doctor?" "There's no time for lube." "There's always time for lube." Or, "There's no time for lubricant." "There's always time for lubricant."
Yeah, that's one of your favorite lines.
Oh,
isn't
it's one of my favorite lines.
There's-
There's always time for lubricant. And they're talking to him like he's giving birth to a baby. He's like, "Don't clench. Don't clench. Just breathe. Breathe. I am breathing."
Oh my
But
God!
when
It's
he-
so good. The hospital
he's
scene
like-
is so great.
Like digging into his butthole at this point, and he pulls out the fly.
Yeah,
Why does the doctor put it so close to his fucking face and watch it die? That's what I don't get.
okay. So I think I can elaborate on this. It's because the doctor is a dick, and he's
You're
like,
dumb.
you know what it reminded me of?
What?
Here comes another
Your
one.
mother?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Shout out to mom.
Doctor.
Shout out to my mom. That's what it reminded. After when we watched it yesterday and then again today, that's where it. That's like it's like,
yeah.
oh man, this kind of feels familiar.
Uh-huh. Where I was like, "There's time for lubricant." There's no time for lubricant. There's
Here-
always time for lubricant.
Here comes another one.
There's always time for pain medication.
there's always time for epidurals.
Yep. Yep. Allison asks him, "Can I get you anything?" He goes, "Ice cream." "An ice cream for my ass." And she goes, "What flavor do you want?" He goes, "I don't care. It's for my ass."
I don't care. It's for my
For my ass,
asshole.
yep.
You want ice cream? What flavor do you want? I don't care. It's for my asshole. Just the delivery of that was fantastic.
Amazing. His facial expressions, like he played that like it was really
Yeah.
happening. God damn, Orlando Jones should have gotten an Oscar for that.
He really should have. Best
Brilliant.
comedic performance?
Brilliant.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So then
100%.
we go to the golf course, which is Sean William Scott as like he fucking hates his life, but he's there and he
he's
has to be
the bartender at the
the
tiki bar.
bartender at the tiki bar, yeah. And like he's like, "Hey, where's my Mai Tai? Are you watering down these Mai Tais?" She's like, "No, sir. You're just a big fart sniffer." He's like, "What'd you say?" He's like, "Oh, nothing, sir. It's coming right up."
Your drink
Gives
is
him
on
the
its
Mai
way.
Tai. Yeah. He starts sipping the Mai Tai and he's like making googly eyes with the ugly lady.
Yeah.
Ugh. She's ugly.
And they're old people.
All old people are ugly, so we're ugly because we're old.
I guess.
Then he goes to the golf course and sets out like a romantic thing. He
Yeah.
pops the champagne cork and goes, "Oh, this is gonna stain." It's champagne. Does champagne stain? I don't think it doesn't.
I don't know. I don't drink champagne.
I do, but I've never spilt it on me.
Yeah. Well, you're a
Because
pro.
that's-
This guy clearly isn't.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
mean,
I take that in very high regards.
you should.
Thank you. But he's like, "This is going to stain," and he goes down to the... Why are you using golf course water to clean off fucking champagne? That's going to stain more than champagne.
Yeah. It will.
Gross. Green. Mossy. Gross. Green. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Absolutely.
So he's like cleaning his pants off, and she comes down. She's like, "Oh no, Harry, how's it, Harry?" Wah! It's like this big dog creature like eats him, and it's proven in the next scene that he is eaten by that creature.
Yeah.
But the creature's not bloated. Like, did the creature just tear him to shreds?
I think it pulled him under the water and then killed him.
But you
It was
gotta,
like an alligator dog.
but you gotta think though. At the beginning of this, they said that they like not regenerate, but they process very quickly. So
Right.
maybe the creature that Sean William Scott showed up at the college and he's like, "Hey, look at this guy," threw him on the table. But what if that guy that he threw on the table, like he drug him into the water, ate him, but because his metabolism is so high that it got rid of him.
I mean, it's a possibility. He's being an alien. I mean,
Well, I know, but like I said, like everything is regenerating with them super fucking quick. So
Right.
maybe it could have happened.
he could have digested him really fast.
That's something that I've always wondered is like if he ate Barry Cartwright, because remember she runs back into the clubhouse and she's like, "Something ate Barry Cartwright." So if the thing ate him, it could have just digested him and metabolized him super quick.
Yeah.
Could've.
It's like eat him, digest him, shit him out
Yep.
within.
Could have
I mean, it's an alien. It's possible.
oh yeah.
I think.
And of
but-
course, the next scene is where you get Harry telling Ira it's the Ice Maiden in desperate need of a good humping.
Yeah.
Then we get to the next scene, which is the book club of Karens, and she's like, "Oh, you have an
Did you say
infestation."
butt club?
Book.
Oh, book club.
Book.
I thought you said the butt club of Karen. That makes more sense to me.
The butt club.
The butt club of Karen.
That'd be my club.
Are you in the butt club?
I am, because we fart.
Oh, that kind of butt club.
Yeah, my butt club farts.
Okay.
It's not that kind of butt club. It's
Oh.
not a porn stash butt club.
Oh, Jay, sorry.
It's a big Nick butt club.
Big Nick, baby dick.
Butt fart sniffer. But the book club and like they're the worm, she's like, "Oh, you have an infestation. Julie, you have an infestation." And they open the door and this cute little creature comes out. So, fun fact, and you pointed this out. The lady that walks up to it is, "Oh, it's just so scared and frightened."
Yup.
Oh, hello there.
Do you recognize her?
I did when you pointed it out because the
Yeah.
whole time I'm like, "Where is she from? I know her. I know her from somewhere. Where is she from?"
She's Grace in this movie.
She is Grace. Good point on that one too.
They want you to say Grace.
Yep.
The blessing.
Christmas Vacation. She
Yep.
is Eddie's wife.
She's also, well, in all of the vacation films.
Yep. She is
plays
Eddie's
Cousin
wife.
Eddie's wife,
in-
yep.
Cousin Eddie's wife in all of the movies.
That's right.
Good pick.
Yep.
Good call out on that.
I just, as soon as I saw her face, like, I know where that bitch is from. Immediately.
Yep.
I knew where she was from. Because now
one
we're
on that
getting
one.
to the end of summer. I'm
Yep.
like, fuck, I'm ready to get Christmas vacation going.
Fuck that. Not yet. Hold on. Halloween.
Well, I know, but
Pump
you
the
know what I
brakes.
mean?
Yeah.
Because that's like,
Oh yeah.
that's a tradition.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, we're getting close.
I know it is, but we're not close enough. But yeah.
Oh, Halloween is 100% closer,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
obviously. I mean, look at
For
a
like
fucking
100
calendar.
days, but yeah.
Read a calendar.
You can't read a calendar. That's
100 days? You mean like 1 month?
well. I mean, for us though, it's like
Yeah.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
No, a little bit more than 6 weeks. It's like
Well, between
months,
Christmas and
but-
Thanksgiving.
depending
Or
on what you
Halloween and
call Halloween.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway,
It's more like 4
So-
weeks.
after the whole Karen book club, she gets her hand bitten off because this creature like opens its fucking throat, and like this turkey gobble thing comes out and grabs it and
It's
eats
its
it.
tongue.
I know, but it looks
its
like a
tongue.
turkey with
Its
teeth.
tongue. Yeah. It goes from an adorable little fat, pudgy looking English bulldog
Whatever
monster
it is.
to its horrible, terrifying Thanksgiving monster instead.
Yeah.
And and it rips her fingers off.
Yep. Well,
Let that be a lesson to you guys. Don't
Yeah.
fuck with turkeys.
don't put your
Or
hand where it
aliens.
doesn't belong.
Just because it looks cute
Yeah, don't pet it.
doesn't mean it is.
Yeah, don't touch it.
Right.
Leave that for the professionals.
Exactly.
Professionals.
As you were.
So then we get to the next part where we can see Allison being accident prone again, to where she gets out of the car,
Mhm.
shuts her jacket in the car, takes her jacket out, and then runs into the door.
Yeah.
She's like, "How do you fucking know that? How do you not know to open the door? Like, duh." And like, so after Ira comes in, he's like, "Hey, we need to work on this together." Then the next scene is where Harry, Orlando Jones' character, and Sean William Scott, Wayne Gray's, like they're in the diner, which is kind of like Denny's. I would see it would be Denny's.
Yeah.
Every time he scoops up the egg, every time I watch it, I'm like, "Oh, that looks so good, but it's so gross." And he, yep. And so then Ira comes in and sits down after he's like, "You gonna finish that bacon?" He's like, "Yeah, I ordered it, didn't I?" And he sits down and starts talking, and then he's like, "Hey, officer guy, what's up?" And then he's sitting there, and the girl turns over, and it's fucking Sarah Silverman.
Ugh.
She is not funny.
No, she's a shit comedian.
She's awful.
She's my Amy Schumer, the way Amy Schumer is to you.
Do you want me to put her on the list to fight for you?
If you don't, I am putting her on my list.
Well, I
of
mean,
people to fight.
you can't fight a girl. I mean, you could fight a girl, but
Well, if she'd act like a girl, she'd get
you
treated
want-
like a girl.
do you want me to fight her? I'll put her on my list right now.
Go for it.
Okay. Do you want
Handicap
her
match.
above Big Nick or below Big Nick? Which one
defi-
would you want to see?
Definitely above,
Okay.
because I like Big Nick.
Okay.
You're the one that hates him.
Yeah, so I'll put her above Big Nick for you. Just for you.
Yeah,
She'll be number 7
Yeah.
or number 8.
I got Big Nick's back in this fight.
I hate you. Anyway. So he's talking to her and he's like, "Oh, so officer, what about like keeping someone's property?" And she's like, "Oh, do you want your shirt? Do you want your shirt?" And she's like taking off her shirt. And he's like, No, you can keep it on." And she is so fucking awkward, and she like screams at the police officer, "Go get him!" as like a second grader. Did you see her movements? Like her movements in that is like so second grader. She's like, "Go get him. You can get him. Go fight him."
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Hey babe, you got the check?" She's like, Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Oh, he's like, "Hey, can you grab the bill?" She's like, Yeah, I guess. And then Ira and Harry go back to the Karen's house to investigate what's going on. They run into the police officer, which is played by, I can only see him as Frankenstein. What the fuck? The weird looking guy from Mad TV.
Pat Kilbane.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Pat Kilbane. And he's like, no, dude, I can't let you in here. And he's like, yeah, you will. So then they finally get into the house, and Orlando Jones looks at the creature, and he's like, that dog is all ass. That is another funny fucking quote. That dog is all ass. I
Yeah.
use that quite a bit with our dogs,
Yeah.
especially
mean-
after they fart. That dog is all ass.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Then they start figuring out the catacombs of the area that they're in, and the
Catacombs is underground
right
already. So
right the catacombs of the area that they're
Right.
in.
Yeah.
And they figure out like where they're exiting from.
Yeah.
So they get to that place,
Mhm.
and that big dragon-like creature comes out, and he's like gagging. Huh, 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 huh. And they're like, "What's going on?" And Ira's like, "Oh, he's trying to breathe." And then he hawks up whatever it is.
he hawked to us.
He hawked to us.
No, because she's pregnant.
Oh, she.
Because only women can get pregnant.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I said what I said.
XY chromosome.
It's called biology. Any
Yeah.
hoodles.
And Wayne Gray, Sean William Scott's character, he goes,
Yes.
"Man, that's a big loogie." And Harry, played by Orlando Jones, as
Yup.
always, he goes, "Mazel tov, it's a boy." And then it like busts free of its egg and then flies away to the mall.
Yeah.
We're at the mall scene.
Let's just go ahead and get into the
So
Tuki Cacaw.
hold on. Yeah, we could totally do that because that I quote that quite a lot.
We both do.
Well, when I try and find you in a store,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Tuki.
I'm like, caw, caw. If you don't answer on caw, I go, caw, hee hee, tuki, caw. And you're like, what?
Cacaw. Tuki.
Caw, hee hee, tuki, caw. We've established
Go ahead.
that caw and tuki don't work.
And again, Orlando Jones's eyes.
His
that
facial expressions, he's like,
you're embarrassing me.
well, no, he doesn't say that until he starts singing.
Yeah.
When he goes, "You are so beautiful to me." Please stop. You are embarrassing me.
It's working.
It's working. And God damn it, Sean William Scott or the takes, whatever happened when he sang that.
It's like
He
when
changed-
you've seen the movie before,
Mm-hmm.
and then it comes to that scene
Mhm.
where you see the microphone and Sean William Scott is like in the back, like not really in the background, but you see him walk into frame and look at it. You're like,
at the
oh,
microphone.
you're like, oh shit, here it comes.
Oh no. Well, being a musician as I am, he changed notes like 6 times. It might have been because of editing to make it sound horrible.
I don't know. Maybe that's just how he sings.
It could be how he sings, but it was
It's possible.
it was fantastic because it made it so raw. Like someone really trying, because he is really trying to help them out at this point. He's like, "Guys, let's go. Let's fucking go."
I think next time you go karaoke, I'm gonna go with you. Just
And
to
you're
be-
going to sing that
just to-
song?
no, just to be a dick to Eric. I'm just gonna walk on the stage, grab a microphone, and go, caw, tuki, and then start singing that song.
You he would think it was great. He might not get it, but he might.
Eric would let me do it. He's the only karaoke DJ that would allow me to do that.
My
Let him cook.
probably
Let Mike cook.
with Wayne Gray, like Wayne's part, when Harry looked at him and he goes, keep going, rub some funk on it. And he goes, "Can't you see?" And like rubs his like hips back and forth and like rotates them
Yeah.
and he's trying to get into it.
Right.
That was great because he tried to rub funk on it, but he's so white he can't rub funk on
Should we call this episode Wayne Gray's Taproom Podcast?
it. Or Harry and Ira. Ira. And
What a dumb name. Ira.
so after they shoot the big creature who's flying, he picked up the girl who was shoplifting. She's like, I'll never shoplift again. I wanted to point out her fucking hair. She like had the twisties and the butterfly clips. Like that was early 2000s. Let's fucking
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Loved that.
That was a little bit of 90s callback fashion, too.
That was my fashion.
Really?
Yes. I had the weird rolls and the butterfly clips. I
Yeah.
loved that.
Was it after Tracy tried to yank your hair out?
No, that was the 80s. That was early 80s or late 80s.
Late 80s?
Late 80s, early 90s. That was my hair.
You ain't that old.
Nope, I'm not that old.
Not yet.
So then after that happens, we get introduced to the governor,
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan fucking Aykroyd.
Aykroyd. Fucking great. Loved his character.
A god among men.
Jesus Christ.
Dan
But-
fucking Aykroyd.
Also, the director and producer was the same one who directed and produced.
Fucking Ghostbusters.
Yep. That's why he was able to be a part of it.
Yeah. And then when we get towards the end of this episode, I will tell you who that was supposed to be. Among other people. This movie was supposed to be completely different.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and skip to the point where after Allison and Harry, Ira, and Wayne, and then the two brothers, Ethan Suplee and the other kid, walks into the lab, and they're like, how are we going to beat this thing? They're like, we can't do this, and Harry's smoking a cigarette, throws the lit match into the Petri dish. It explodes. It creates a monster thing.
Deacon Danny was Ethan Suplee and
Okay.
Michael Bowman.
And so, like, it explodes, and they're like, oh, no, napalm. Because they're like, we're going to blow this fucker up with napalm, so we can't do that. So they're trying to come up with a counter reaction to whatever this creature is. And they're like, napalm is just going to make it worse.
Yeah.
So we get to the point where, like, the college students are partying, and the families are running away.
Yeah.
They're like, last night on Earth, let's party. Which, I mean, I'm down for, but
Absolutely.
you get Power Man 5000's Get Up, Get Up, Get Up, Drop the Bombshell.
Get up, get up, get
this
up.
is out of control.
Fuck Power Man 5000.
That is I mean, just because of this movie is the only reason why I was introduced to them. So,
Yeah, I guess.
and it still goes hard.
Yeah,
Hard.
I guess.
I mean, it does to me. And then they walk in and they're like, here, have a beer to chill out, Professor K.
Yeah.
And so, like, they give him a fucking Sam Adams to chill out.
I mean, it's Sam Adams. That is good beer.
It is, but
I like it.
come on. A beer.
Yeah, well, all they had was a sixer.
Yeah. So, of course, the periodic table on her shirt.
Allison shirt.
Allison shirt. And they're like, pull harder, Dr. K. We've never seen titties before. And they're like, oh, we know what selenium is. Selenium is part of Head and Shoulders, which is literally a commercial for Head and Shoulders in a movie.
For the most part, yeah.
How do you think we got this shiny, flake-free hair and scalp and
Yeah.
cool? Well, we need 500 gallons of Head and Shoulders. He's like, we're on it.
Was it that much?
It was 500 gallons because
Holy that's
yeah,
all the
because
Head
Wayne-
and Shoulders.
exactly in the town. And Wayne's like, I have the equipment.
I have the truck.
Yeah, I have the.
Or I have I know the vehicle we can take.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, which was a fire truck
Mm-hmm.
because he was a practicing, training, learning firefighter.
So then they get back to the site to try and
Mm-hmm.
stop it before the napalm bomb.
Yeah.
And when they get there, so the only thing that I have next on my list says Blue Monkey.
Oh, yeah.
When Ethan Suplee goes, Blue Monkey!
Blue
And
Monkey!
he jumps up and he's like trying to fight everybody, but then like the napalm starts going off, and then like the creature starts growing and eating everything around him.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And that's wild.
Oh, and there is a Ghostbusters reference.
Is there?
Yes.
What is
Put
it?
down. So when Ira looks at Wayne and he goes, Wayne, charge the line.
Oh.
He looks at Wayne because Wayne is supposed to be in charge of the fire truck to get it
Yeah.
prepped, because he's like, okay, I'm gonna handle distributing the Head and Shoulders, the stuff.
Right.
He looks at Wayne and he says, Wayne, charge
the line.
the line. That was a
Holy
Ghostbusters reference.
shit.
Yep,
Okay, that was
Yep.
a callback.
it was.
Fucking hell.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Fuck.
I caught
yeah.
that. I caught that.
I didn't.
I did
Oh.
tonight when we watched it again for the
Like-
second time. Yeah,
Like, oh, that was a Ghostbusters thing.
I did. I was like, charge the line.
That
Wait,
sounds familiar.
Didn't he look at not Vecman? Vecman looked at
Stance.
Stance looked at Vecman and said, Vecman, charge the line.
Holy shit.
Yep.
That was a Ghostbusters
Yep.
callback. Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That rules.
Yep.
That's what's up.
So the big creature thing, like amoeba, huge, like 1,045,000%
That was a lot
charge
of alien.
was it made it worse when they released the napalm bomb,
Yeah.
and it was an evolutionary response. It was a forced evolutionary response,
Nice.
according to Ira. Then they're like trying to decide on what they want to do.
Right.
They all jump into the fire truck. They're like, all right, let's destroy this thing. And they take off to that thing. So they get underneath of it because they're like, how are we going to like destroy this thing?
Mm-hmm.
And they see the butthole in the bottom.
Yeah.
And
And it
as they're
farts.
driving up, it farts. And like, I was like, I know how that feels. I have a big fucking dog who likes to fart.
I have you and Brienne, and sometimes Lucy and
Of-
Gunner.
Yep.
That
A lot of farts.
and you know what? I'll
Or-
throw myself
yeah.
under the bus with
A
all
lot of
you.
farts. We have a lot of farts.
We all love
Yep.
to fart. Who doesn't?
Yep.
Farting's funny. It's great.
They pull under the butthole, and so Harry's like, I'm going to take this.
Yeah.
It's payback. So he like takes the fire hose and shoves it in the butt.
Title of your sex tape.
Fire hose in the butt.
That's right.
Gross. So he gets sucked up into the butt. And he's like, don't tell anybody. You have not seen the nightmares that I have seen. And he's like crying, but you can't see he's crying because there's
Don't tell anyone about this.
don't tell anybody that I got sucked up. Yeah. Yep. He goes, it's time for a jumbo enema. It's payback time, and sucks up Harry. Ira, don't you tell anyone where I've been. And then as the Head and Shoulders is like being pumped into its butt and the selenium, it explodes.
I have a note.
Okay.
Ira and Harry were completely cleaned off from the shampoo as they were driving away in the fire truck.
Were they? I didn't see that.
Yep. That's when I said, hey, I caught a thing.
Okay.
As you see the fire truck driving
Yeah,
off,
They're
neither
clean.
of them have nothing on them.
Oh, shit.
After they've parked and got off the fire truck,
They had shit on
they had
them.
shampoo on them again.
Yeah. And what's weird about Head and Shoulders is now it's different colors. It's like light green or white or light pink or whatever.
It's not flesh tones for white people.
Yeah, but this one, it was like orange. It
Almost.
was like a light orange.
It was Trump colored.
Jesus.
No, not that orange. That's a lot of
No,
orange.
no. It's
That's a
like
lot of
yeah,
orange.
that's a lot.
That's
of
an orange. But yeah, that was a thing I caught.
So, at the very end, I do have to say, Jesus Christ, they threw in a Head and Shoulders commercial at the very fucking end.
We need to go back a little bit
Go ahead.
to the mall.
Okay.
So as when after Ira says, "You take the girl, you catch
I'll
the girl,
I'll get the creature.
I'll get I'll get
Yeah.
the bird." When Orlando Jones jumps up and grabs the girl,
Right.
if you look, she lands flat on her back and he lands on top of her.
Right.
Shouldn't he have like tried to adjust himself to where he landed on the ground?
He didn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. It's Harry. Harry doesn't care.
What he did was he tackled the fuck out of this broad
Yeah.
and smashed. She was already in enough distress as it is. The last
Right.
thing she needed is someone who clearly weighs a lot more than she does because she was a small
But he
lady.
doesn't care, though. It's Harry. It's Harry. He doesn't
He
care.
like jumped up and boom, pancaked her onto the ground. And that was off of a stage, mind you.
Well, no, he was on the side.
But he landed
Yeah.
on her, like she hit the ground, and he landed on top of her.
It's Harry.
I
Harry
didn't
doesn't
even-
care about women unless
Well, we
He
don't
can
know
bang 'em.
that. Well, that's fair.
see.
So,
Alright.
but yeah. So, do
You
you
got
want?
fun facts.
I do. Do you want to hear how different this movie could have been?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
So, for the role of Ira,
Mm-hmm.
David Duchovny was not the first choice.
I figured he wasn't.
The first choice and second, Leonardo DiCaprio was the first choice for Ira,
Oh shit!
and then John Cusack.
I could see John Cusack.
Could you see either of
yeah.
those two playing the role
Not
of
Leonardo. No.
not Leonardo
Nope,
DiCaprio?
not Leo. Nope. But I could see John Cusack.
Michael J. Fox was considered for the role of Wayne. Jennifer Aniston was considered for the role of Allison.
Oh, I could see that. I could see that.
Robbie Coltrane, who Lucy, are you okay? She's fine. Any hoodles. Robbie Coltrane, Hagrid, was
Yeah.
considered for the role of General Woodman.
Yeah. I could see that.
Will Smith was considered for the role of Harry.
Oh shit.
and
I could see that.
finally,
I could see that.
I could see this one. Fellow Ghostbuster Bill Murray was considered for the role of Governor Lewis.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I think
I could see Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
100%.
Oh, Bill Murray. We would have gotten more out of the gag reels from Bill Murray for this.
100%.
We would have gotten more screen time if it was Bill Murray.
100%.
Not saying that I don't love Dan Aykroyd. But
Oh,
I love,
absolutely.
I love Bill
Absolutely.
Murray more though.
I mean,
I do, because Bill Murray would have gotten more screen time. He would have gotten more jokes. He would have landed the jokes and then carried it more.
but at the same time, I feel like because of his trying to be funny, Bill Murray could have maybe delayed, or we would have got more gag reel from Bill Murray.
Oh yeah, we would have gotten
But-
gotten more from the governor if it was Bill Murray.
Right.
We wouldn't have gotten the shortcuts that we did with Dan Aykroyd.
Not to say that because Dan Aykroyd
No,
murdered.
he's great.
He crushed it.
Fucking great.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd was great for that role.
He played a governor as I think a governor would have played.
But do you think
Bill
so?
Murray,
If
ugh.
John Cusack instead of David Duchovny, how do you think that would have went? John Cusack or Leo
John-
DiCaprio?
No, here's the thing: is both of them are.
I think they're too serious.
That's what I was gonna say. They are too
But-
distinguished and too serious.
But this movie's original script was supposed to be a
N-
drama.
Exactly.
A
It
science
wasn't
fiction.
supposed to be funny.
Yeah, no, it was not supposed to be a
No.
comedy.
Absolutely not. But they made it.
But then when you cast, Duchovny, Orlando Jones, you've got Mad TV in here. You've got comedians in here,
Well, I think honestly,
comedy
though,
actors.
with
You've got
the way that you just said, like that lineup
yeah.
is they were only going to make Bill Murray the funny part.
The only reason Jennifer Aniston couldn't do it is because she was booked for Friends. She was
Right.
They were still shooting Friends.
Right.
At
But
the
what I'm
time.
saying though is like Jennifer Aniston and Bill Murray would have been the comedic relief.
I
The
think
rest
so.
of them would have been way too serious.
Well, Will Smith too,
Well, oh yeah, Will Smith would have been funny. but
because and I told you this the other day was I think if this movie did a crossover with Men in Black, it would have been awesome.
yeah,
Like if that was a shared universe,
Right.
Men in Black and Evolution.
yeah, of course.
Like Tommy Lee Jones and Will,
Yeah.
but as Agent J and K
Right.
show up to help,
Right.
that would be so
That would
fun.
have been great.
Oh, it's so much fun,
It would have if it was made a little bit.
like a team up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But I think if it didn't have the actors it had now, like when they released it,
right.
I think it would have been way too serious. It wouldn't have been as funny as it was,
I do think that it would
in my
have
opinion.
it would have done better with critics because if you've got the star power, Will
But
Smith
the critics
was
only
up
look
top.
for star power.
Right.
They look for star power and they look for comedy.
Yeah. I think if David Duchovny stayed as Ira, but even if you added Jennifer Aniston, because she's done comedies. I mean,
Oh,
she
yeah.
doing Friends, which is a comedy sitcom. She was in
Right.
Office Space, which is one of the most iconic comedy movies of all time.
Right.
And then, of course, Will Smith, who is Fresh Prince and Men in Black
Right.
at the time. It would have been and then Bill Murray into the mix. It would have been awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it would have
I think it would have been too
registered.
serious, though. I think it would have been
Even
way
with
too
them?
Yeah.
with Will Smith, and I don't know. I might have to play devil's advocate to you on that one. Bill Murray, Bill Murray.
No, Cusack though is way too serious.
No. If
He's-
David
I know,
Duchovny was still Irish.
Oh, if David Duchovny was still,
Yeah, but you replace everybody else with who it was
who they
supposed
should have been, it
Who
would
they-
have been, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it gave a good name because
Yes.
Orlando Jones didn't. I mean, he did Mad TV, but he was like building up to that point.
Right.
Evolution helped him. Sean William Scott. I mean, he was in all of the stupid teen dramas or comedy dramas.
He's known for
drums
Stifler.
or whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Which is unfortunate because he's a funny guy, but he's not always that guy.
That guy, but they cast him. They
Yeah.
typecast him.
Right.
And then,
exactly.
I mean, yeah, it could have been, but I'm glad they chose the people that they did because
Mhm.
Evolution wouldn't have been Evolution as it is today.
Exactly. I agree wholeheartedly. I do,
And-
however, want to see let's leave David Duchovny, but put those other people in instead.
I don't think the chemistry would have been the same.
You don't think so?
No, because I think they would have I'm a bigger star than you, and I'm going to outshine you
Well,
kind
I
of.
mean,
vibe.
David Duchovny was crunching X-Files at the time too.
Yeah, but it was just X-Files. Everybody else
Yeah.
had bigger fish
Yeah.
that they were frying.
You know what's
So,
cool about it though is this is a movie where we've got Mad TV and SNL
SNL crossovers.
crossover. Yeah,
Yep.
we got Dan Aykroyd who's on the OG
Of
cast,
course.
and then Orlando
Orlando
Jones who's on the
Jones.
OG Mad TV cast, like doing together.
And that one guy, I can never remember his name.
Which guy?
The cop.
Oh, Pat Kilbane.
There we go.
Yeah, who's also Mad TV.
Fucking love Mad TV, but I can never remember his
Mad
name.
TV 2, SNL 1.
Yep.
But yeah, and that's Evolution.
God, I love that movie.
It's
if you
great.
haven't watched it in a long time, go
You're
watch
living,
it.
You're living under a rock.
Go watch it. But if you haven't watched it at all, then how dare you listen to this episode without seeing it?
I do want to, before we wrap this up, I do want to
Yes.
shout out everyone who commented
Huge.
on Twitter.
Fuck.
So I asked on Twitter, what are your thoughts on this movie?
I also had a
Evolution.
couple people that commented on Facebook, but Twitter, totally.
Fucking shout out and shout out to all these folks. Coming in up first was Chat Tsunami. Is this the one with the Head and Shoulders commercial halfway through?
Everybody
No,
said that.
it's at the end. But yes, it is that movie.
I mean, literally the whole, the last half of the movie is a Head and Shoulders commercial. So
R2, the ICKY, aka Clips, just said caw, tookie tookie. I replied
go.
with a GIF. SP Film Viewer said a weird, underrated movie, but not sure how it holds up today. Holds up these days. It holds up great.
oh, to us it does at least.
Jay, something or other from Oklahoma says,
Ah, you bitch.
my uncle lives in a cell 10 foot by 12. He has to read the same boring old magazine every day. The end. Nicholas from California says, fucking underrated and amazing writing. The Gentle Dorks podcast. I think this is totally underrated comedy, sci-fi movie, and it doesn't give enough love. It doesn't get enough love. Sorry.
Yep.
At Desert of the Real podcast said, the ape aliens really scared me as a kid, but I only remember liking this movie. I really hope it holds up. It does.
Oh God, totally.
The Bar Banter podcast, shout out to them. Best commercial ever, which we
Head
played
and
that we
Shoulders,
opened with
yep.
that. Nerdstalgic podcast, underrated comedy. Dump on the Ump, shout out to them. That was a weird one, for sure. At Mark Steele, why is the only thing I remember about this movie to do with shampoo? And finally, Howard Greystone, great comedy with an amazing cast, funny as hell. No one had anything negative to say about this movie, and it's great.
Oh yeah, and that's what I love about it is that it brings that generation, like our generation. Even if it was like 5 years prior to our generation and 5 years after. Like, it was still a good, solid movie.
It was in our teenage years.
But it was also a blockbuster. Like, god damn. I remember going to Blockbuster and seeing it.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. For sure. Yeah, it was a rental. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I remember me and Nick going to, because we had a Blockbuster by our house.
Mhm.
We'd skateboard over there, and we rented it for a Friday or a Saturday night,
Oh, yeah.
probably, or Friday. Pizza was involved. There was weed and Orlando Jones. What more do you need?
Fucking hilarious.
On that note, guys, we want to thank you so much for listening to this episode.
And hanging on for an hour plus.
Hour and a half. That's our
Plus.
normal length episode, but we got this. You got this. 5 stars on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to us.
Also, vote for Aaron. We forgot to drop that in there. Aaron for president 2024. Aaron DeSotel.
We love you.
Love you. Love everybody listening. Thank you so much for supporting us.
You guys rule.
Check us out at PopCon Louisville in 2 weeks.
If you're in the Louisville area, we will be doing a live podcast.
We will do a live podcast. Come and check us out. You might get some cool swag.
Of shitty sequels.
Yeah, shitty sequels. Super excited about that. And then also coming up next as well is our 3-year anniversary.
Up next, we've got Whiskey
Well,
Hell.
not up next, but we have one more episode. But
No, it's next week's recording.
oh, I thought we were going to push that back for PopCon, and then PopCon was the week after.
No,
Oh, okay. So it is next week.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So, yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun.
Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll have Whiskey Hell and Bruisin' Banter.
Oh, my God. It's going to be so fun. There's so much alcohol.
In the tap room. It's going to be wild. It might be a really fucking long episode, too.
Wild and crazy time. Hope you guys enjoy as much as you enjoyed this one. Hope you enjoyed this one. Please don't hate us. I love you so much.
You know what else I love?
What?
I love it when you take us out of here.
Sure. Let's fucking go.
Bye.
As always, thank you for joining us for this episode. Don't forget to check out our link tree at linktr.ee/Gray's Taproom Podcast 2. There you will find many ways to support us. Subscribe to our Patreon. 4 tiers are now available. Take a shot for $1, acquire a buzz for $3, get tipsy for $5, and fully loaded for $10. Don't forget to check out our ad-free Taproom Radio for some tasty jams.
Don't text and drive, don't drink and drive, and always drink responsibly.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Thanks for hanging out, and get home safe.
Taproom closed.